Hello everybody and welcome to Sheboygan A's Baseball at Wildwood Park. My name is Mike Martin and I will be bringing you tonight's Northeastern Wisconsin game versus the Kewaskum A's. Sheboygan comes in 15-11 and 15-10 and are 4-1 in first place in the league. Kewaskum is 15-11 and 2-4 in the Northeastern Wisconsin League. They won last night against Menasha by a score of 7-4. Kewaskum is managed by Jim Ziegler, and Sheboygan is managed by Tim Moyer. The starting pitchers tonight, Davis Wilson, you see him warming up right now for Sheboygan, and Brad Young will be the starter for Kewaskum. Let's go through the Kewaskum batting order. Leading off will be the second baseman, Ethan Sawyer. Batting second will be their third baseman, Mitch Voigt. Batting third is the center fielder, Aaron Simmons. Batting fourth, the right fielder, Danny Lannis. Batting fifth, the pitcher, Brad Young. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Jalen Gellings. Batting seventh is the catcher, Nick Rosenthal. Batting eighth, DJ Kogis. He's playing out in left field. And batting ninth, the first baseman, Will Mathias. Sawyer stepping in to take the first offering from Wilson. Wilson comes into the game. This is his fifth appearance, fourth start. He has a 3.32 ERA. Ball is popped up foul, evens the count at 1-1, and has a 1-1 record. No saves so far this year for Wilson. Last year, Wilson was one of the leaders in appearances and starts for Sheboygan. Made 10 of them. Count is 2-1 strike. Defensively for Sheboygan, they have Harry Stelt at first, Joey Pettit at second, Jacob Neese at third, and Riley Palmquist at short. In the outfield, it's Gus Walker in left, Jonathan Kim in center, and Ross Christ in right. Sage Stelmacher is the catcher, and of course Wilson is the pitcher. That ball is hammered down the left field line and foul out of play. Count is now 3-2. Sheboygan on a 5-game winning streak. They took 4 in a row from Kenosha, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday, and then they extended their winning streak to 5 last night. Hot shot up the middle and through for a base hit. Last night, Sheboygan had a very exciting win, 5-4 over the Appleton Legends. Jacoby Andreas with a 9th inning single to win the ball game. We do not have any stats for Kenosha for this game. Voigt hitting second is the third baseman. Wilson comes set and delivers. Pitches on the inside corner for a strike. Waiting on deck is Aaron Simmons. Infield is deep except for Harry, who's holding the runner at first. Ball is bounced foul. Our umpires tonight, we have Paul Grauman behind the plate and John Coons out on the bases. We'll give you our game time weather report in just a minute. Sawyer's on at first. He singled up the middle. flip the second for one. Relay is not in time. Sheboygan does get the force out at second base. And now on first base, reaching on the fielder's choice was Voigt, and that brings up Simmons. Game time temperature is 78 degrees. Skies are clear, and the wind is very calm. Simon's a big left-handed hitter, playing out in center field today. When we got the lineups from Kewaskum, they did not have a number for Danny Lannis. They said it'd either be 8 or 20. Lannis is scheduled to bat next. He's in the on-deck circle, but whoever's there is wearing number 25, so we're not sure if it's Hunter Loser or someone else. Breaking ball is in for a strike. Stelmacher's throw is off the mark. And going all the way to third, Voigt gets a stolen base, and then he reaches third on the throwing error by Stelmacher. So with one out, Kewaskum has a runner at third base. Good hustle by Palmquist to try and get the runner going to third, but he just couldn't get enough on to throw. Good stop by Stelmacher on a pitch in the dirt. Bill and CJ talking about how we're going to handle this next hitter. We're going to go with Lannis and wearing number 25. Ball is hit out deep to center field. Kim makes the catch. Throws home. Not in time. Scoring is Voigt, and Kewaskum is up 1-0. That brings up Danny Lannis, number 25. 2 outs. We're in the top of the first. 9-inning game tonight. We mentioned earlier that Sheboygan had a very exciting win last night. They jumped out to a 1-0 lead, and then Appleton battled back to take a 4-1 lead. Sheboygan able to tie it up, and then they won it in the bottom of the 9th. Wilson's breaking ball touches the outside corner for a strike. Kewaskum on top. Voigt scoring on a sacrifice fly. Kewaskum had a nice win last night against one of the top teams in the league. Menasha was a 7-4 win. That helps Sheboygan. Sheboygan is in first place, sitting at 4-1. Wilson has been on the club for the last couple of years. He's from Neenah. Played his college ball at Marion. Sheboygan will be involved in the West Bend tournament June 23rd through the 26th. Neese on the pickup at third and fires across for the out. And after a half inning of play, Kewaskum up 1-0. Sheboygan's lineup tonight will feature Gus Walker leading off in left field, batting second. Playing right field tonight, Ross was over at second last night, is Ross Christ. Batting third, Harry Stelt. Stelt playing at first base. The Northwoods cleanup hitter is Jacoby Andreas. Jacoby got that game-winning hit last night. He's DHing tonight. Batting fifth is the third baseman, Jacob Neese. Batting sixth, Jonathan Kim. Kim playing center field. Batting seventh, playing second base, Joey Pettit. Pettit was last night's winning pitcher, came in relief and picked up the win. Sage Stelmacher is catching, and batting ninth, the shortstop, Riley Palmquist. Let's go through the defense for Kewaskum. They got Matthias at first, Sawyer at second, Voigt at third, Gellings at short, Kojas in left, Simmons in center, Lannis in right. It's a hard ground ball. Takes a high hop. Gellings able to stay with it and makes the play. Rosenthal is catching, and of course Young is pitching. That's going to bring up Ross Christ. Sheboygan is 2-0 against Kewaskum this year. They beat them 8-4 in a conference game, league game. And then they won on June 9th, 11-8 in a very exciting game, that also being an NEW game. So it's the third time they're meeting in league play. Christ sits with a 2-0 count. Harry Stelt waiting on deck. That pitch is a strike, makes a count 3-1 with one out. Christ, a very patient hitter, and he does draw the walk. Brings up Harry Stelt. Harry's hitting .446 on the season. Has 23 RBIs, leads the club in that department. And is tied for the lead in walks. Hopefully Harry will get a base hit. He has 5 doubles and 5 home runs. Young's first offering to Harry is outside. Christ on at first. He's a base-stealing threat. Got to keep an eye on that guy. Ross so far this season has 3 stolen bases. Leading the club in that department is Gus Walker with 7. Oh boy, Krista was caught leaning towards second base. Young with a quick move. Had a pretty nice throw, but Ross was able to just dive underneath the tag. Harry pops one down the right field line. It's going to go foul. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Kewaskum on top 1-0. Jordan Lorenz is not here tonight. He had some other responsibilities to take care of. He told me he wasn't going to be here tonight. I didn't ask him why. I just patted him on the back and said, see ya. It's a slow roller to short. Nice play by the shortstop to get the force out. Gellings with a good throw over to second to get Christ. And Harry now is on first base instead with 2 outs. Jacoby Andreas, the Northwoods cleanup hitter, is up next. Jacoby has 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run. And steps in hitting .294. He got, I mentioned this before, he got the game-winning hit last night. A single out to right field. Breaking ball by Young is in for a strike. Ball is fouled off. Jacoby came in for Jimmy Jurgensen in the 6th inning and wound up getting his game-winning hit in the bottom of the 9th, a single that drove home Jacob Neese, who had doubled. Good stop by Rosenthal. Beautiful night out here. We have a real nice crowd. Not too late to get out here. It's Meade Public Library night. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. Harry's on at first. Young comes set and delivers. Ball's in the dirt. Harry's going to advance to second base on that wild pitch. Now with a base hit, Sheboygan has an opportunity to get that tying run home. Gelling's throw across the diamond is in time, and that retires Sheboygan in the bottom of the first. After 1 complete inning of play, it's Kewaskum 1, Sheboygan nothing. Coming up on the A's schedule towards the end of June, from the 23rd until the 26th of June, Sheboygan will be involved in the West Bend tournament. Our next live stream game is going to be on Tuesday, June 28th, when Green Bay comes to town for a 7:30 game. We look forward to bringing you that ball game. Stepping in for the Kewaskum A's is Brad Young, and he takes that first offering from Wilson and gets hit by a pitch. In recent games, we've seen quite a few players hit by pitch. Sheboygan got hit by pitches 3 times in yesterday's game. Wilson comes set. Deep drive to left field. Going back is Walker. He got a beat on it, and then he dropped it. It looks like it went underneath the fence. The runner on first, Young, is going to go all the way around. Umpire Coons is going to have to go out and check to see where the ball is. What happened? I'm thinking what happened is it hit off of Walker's glove and then rolled underneath the fence, and that's exactly what happened. It's going to be a ground rule double for Gellings. And Kewaskum threatening again with runners on second and third and nobody out. Tough break for Sheboygan. Walker, a fine outfielder, got over there, just wasn't able to make the catch. That brings up the catcher, Nick Rosenthal. Sheboygan playing their infield back, looking to get an out. First pitch is up for a ball. Davis Wilson on the mound for Sheboygan. A nice breaking ball is fouled straight back by Rosenthal. Wilson's pitch is on the inside corner for a strike. There you can see the infield playing back. Harry even with the bag over at first base. And Neese is pretty much even with the bag over at third. Pitch in the dirt, evens the count at 2-2. Walker pretty deep in left. Kim not that deep in center. There's a drive out to left field. Long run for Walker. He's coming in hard. He has to let it drop. Can't make a play. Strong throw to the plate. And Wilson not covering up. And 2-run score on what's going to end up being a single by Rosenthal. And then he goes to second on the throw home. He's going to get an RBI, and the second run is going to score on a throwing error by the left fielder. Kewaskum now up 3-0, and they have a runner on second and still nobody out. Not a good play by Walker, the left fielder. And then compounding matters was Wilson not getting into his position behind home plate to be a backup. If he would have been there, they would have stopped that second runner from scoring. So give Gellings a double, putting runners on second and third, and then a single by Rosenthal to score 1 run, and the second run scoring on the error by the left fielder. That ball makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike on the number 8 hitter, DJ Kogis. And a line drive, base hit through the infield. Walker's throw to the cutoff man, Palmquist. And Kojus is on at first, and Rosenthal stops at third. Brings up the number 9 hitter, first baseman,
number 10,
Will Matthews. Things are not looking good here at the old ballpark so far for Sheboygan. And looking over some information for tonight's game, I noticed that Kewaskum has been playing pretty well. They split a doubleheader with the Cedarburg Mercs. Cedarburg is traditionally a very strong team. And then they had a couple of wins prior to that, and in the long run, with the last week or so, they're about 5-2. So they've been playing well. And we mentioned that win last night against Menasha. We're used to seeing Sheboygan get down early and then come back, but we don't want to give Kewaskum too many more runs. Ball is fouled at home plate. You see runner on third is Rosenthal. Kojus is over at first. Harry Stelt holding him on. Wilson comes set. Pitch is outside. It makes the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Be interesting to see what Kojus does over at first base if he'll be running. He holds. And a strikeout for Davis Wilson, the first out of the inning. Kewaskum still in a good position. They have runners on first and third and only 1 out, and their leadoff hitter up, Ethan Sawyer. Sawyer singled past Palmquist into center field his first trip up. If he hits that same ball again, I think Palmquist is going to be right there. He'll pick it up, step on the bag, and throw to first for a double play. One could only hope. Kojus hanging on at first. There's a line drive through for another base hit and another run. Sawyer having a night. And now the score is 4-0. Kewaskum has scored 3 runs in the inning. And they still have runners on first and second. And that brings up Mitch Voigt. Voigt reached on a fielder's choice and wound up scoring in that first inning. Simmons is waiting on deck. He drove in a run with a sacrifice fly. That's how Kewaskum got their run in the first inning. Pitch is down low. Evens the count at 1-1. Joey Pettit is playing second base tonight. Chatting with his Keystone buddy Riley Palmquist. There's a pickoff move, and they got him. Nice play. Kojus caught napping. Joey looked like he was going to come to the bag as soon as he retreated. That's when Palmquist read the signal and broke right to second base. And Wilson spun and threw, made a nice throw. And Riley able to apply the tag and get the runner. on the move with Sawyer. And a double. Oh my goodness. Double by Voigt. Scores Sawyer from first, who was running on the pitch. And it's now 5-1 Kewaskum. Oh my. Aaron Simmons is up next. Tim Moyer coming out to talk to Wilson. He hasn't been fooling anybody tonight. He's given up 5 hits in this inning alone and gave up 1 other hit in the first inning. So he's allowed 6 hits already. And he just doesn't seem to have the same zip on his pitches that he does other times we've seen him. Moyer going to stick with him. We're only in the second inning, but Kewaskum has brought their hitting shoes tonight. Which way we going, Bill? You called him Simons in the first inning. We're going back to Simmons. Simmons is up. I think that's the final declaration from Bill. It's Simmons the rest of the night. Good stop by Stelmacher. Aaron Simmons, Aaron Simons, it doesn't matter to him. All he wants to do is get up there and hit. I mentioned he drove home in the first Kewaskum run with a sacrifice fly in the first inning. Two outs. Bill Wagner, our field announcers. CJ is running the scoreboard, the audio enhancements, not the scoreboard, the audio enhancements and announcements. I'm Mike Martin doing your play-by-play announcing. We got a cast of thousands throughout the ballpark. Yeah, I'm not only announcing, I'm director. Isn't that special? Out at second base is Voigt, who doubled. Palmquist faking a move behind the base runner. That ball is fouled back. Two balls and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. We have a man on second. Breaking ball is fouled straight back. From a pitcher's standpoint, that last pitch by Wilson really was not a very good pitch. It was a breaking ball that hung up high. Simmons would like to see that pitch again. Got to get that curveball and pull it down so it's breaking down near into the dirt. That was a little better, but it was pounded foul. It's been a struggle so far for Davis Wilson. Pitch is taken up high. Appeal to the base umpire that the batter swung, but he says no swing. Count is now 3-2. Wilson's delivery is pounded into foul territory. Harry gives chase, but can't get to it. In the bottom of the second, it'll be Neese, Kim, and Pettit for Sheboygan. They're going to have to start their comeback early tonight. They're down 5 runs, 5-0. And that's ball 4. Simmons draws the walk. First walk given up by Davis Wilson. And that brings up Danny Lannis. Lannis grounded to third in the first inning to end the first. Breaking ball is lined and caught by Neese to finally end the inning. What a grab by Jacob. He leaped up high, made the grab, and that ends the second, but not before. Kewaskum comes up with 4 more runs. It's now 5-0 as we enter the bottom of the second. Leading off the bottom of the second for Sheboygan will be their third baseman, Jacob Neese. Neese making that great leaping catch to end the top of the second. And now it's Sheboygan's turn to start battling back. You don't have to do it all at once. Get a run here and a run there, and make it close. Put the pressure on the Kewaskum Ball Club. Good pitch by Young for a strike. He's coming into tonight's game is hitting .250. There's a line drive into the gap in left center field. That gets between the outfielders, goes to the wall. Jacob is going to pull up at second base with a stand-up double. Nice hit for Jacob. Bernice, that's his 5th double of the season. That brings up Jonathan Kim. Kim got a little bit of a late start with Sheboygan this season, finishing up his high school season. He'll be attending the University of Michigan on a baseball scholarship next year. Stepping into bat, he's hitting .318 this season. Swings and misses at that first offering from Young. Sheboygan down 5-0. Kim down on the count now. It's 0-2. He'll have to battle up there. Young's offering is just off the outside corner. Good eye by Jonathan Kim to take that pitch. Neese is on second. See Jacob at the top of your screen taking a nice lead off of second base. It's 2-2 to Kim. Ball's in the dirt. Nice stop by Rosenthal. Kim went from 0-2. It's now 3-2. Joey Pettit waiting on deck. Kewaskum's infield is deep at all 4 positions. Outfield is straight away. And Kim takes that pitch up high, and Sheboygan has a good start to their second inning. First 2 batters reach, and now Joey Pettit is up. Pettit, we mentioned, pitched the top of the 9th in last night's contest against Appleton, and recorded the side and wound up getting the win when Sheboygan scored the winning run in the bottom of the 9th. Joey steps in hitting .333. Swing and a miss. Big breaking ball that time by Young. And he took a little something off of it, and it had Joey Pettit fooled. Neese with good speed is on at second. Kim with very good speed is on at first. Count now stands at 1 ball and 2 strikes. In terms of extra base power, Joey not real good. He got hit. He's going to reach. That's going to load the bases with nobody out. I was going to say Joey only has a double on the season. It doesn't matter now. He's over at first base, and Sage Stelmacher is up. Stelmacher in limited action is hitting .250. That pitch is up and in for ball 1. Young's got himself into a jam. Bases loaded, nobody out. And that's going to be a swing. Stelmacher could not check it. Wound up going around. Bases loaded for Sheboygan. Breaking ball is in the dirt. Ball hit to the shortstop. It goes right through the shortstop. 2 runs are going to score, and going from first all the way to third is Joey Pettit. Sheboygan catches a huge break on a fielding error by Gellings. That allows 2 runs to score. Oh my. Riley Palmquist is up next. There you can see runners on the corners. Pettit at third. Sage Stelmacher is on at first, and Riley Palmquist is up. Palmquist, another A's hitter, hitting .250. See what Stelmacher does. He dives back. Two runs in for Sheboygan. It's now a 5-2 ball game. Ground ball to third. Palmquist is retired at first, but another run does score. And it's now 5-3. And that brings up Gus Walker. Advancing to second base was Stelmacher. Walker grounded to short his first time up. Looked like he was going to bunt and then pulled it back, and it is a strike. Sheboygan has 3 runs in the inning. And they still have a runner on at second base. Pitch on the inside corner called a strike by home plate umpire Paul Grauman. Walker drills one to left. That's going to drop for a base hit and score another run. Strong throw home is not in time. Diving in and scoring is Sage Stelmacher, and it's now a 5-4 game. Kewaskum up on the double by Gus Walker. Sheboygan still in business. Walker now replaces Stelmacher at second base. And Ross Christ is up. Ross drew a walk back in the first inning. Breaking ball by Young hangs up high for ball one. What a rally here by Sheboygan. They loaded the bases with nobody out. Then what looked like was going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. It looked like a double play ball. It went right through his glove out into a short left center field. 2 runs scored on that. Joey Pettit with his great speed went from first all the way to third. And since then it's been game on for Sheboygan. They're right back in it. Still only 1 out. Runner in scoring position. Walker with great speed on at second. Hit to the outfield. He has an excellent opportunity to score. Young's pitch is outside. It's 3-1. Chris with that walk back in the first. It was his 16th walk of the season. That pitch is inside for ball 4. Sheboygan has runners on first and second. There's only 1 out. They have 4 runs in. And Harry Stelt is up.
First baseman, number 19, Harry Stelt.
Harry walking up to home plate. First base coach Kenny Nazy bringing in a lot of the equipment from the previous batters. There's been so many. He's had to take a lot of equipment from those batters. Ball off of Rosenthal's glove, and both runners were able to advance. Pass ball by Rosenthal allows the runners to move up. Harry with a great opportunity, and out comes Jim Ziegler, the manager for Kewaskum. Wants to settle things down. Sheboygan had a bad top of the second, and Kewaskum has matched that. By the way, guys, remember how we were talking about a lack of 2-out hits by Sheboygan? I went over the score sheet last night when I got home. Of the 10 hits we had, 8 of them were with 2 outs. And of the 5 runs, 4 of them were scored with 2-out hits. Pretty amazing, huh? All the complaining we do up here. Harry steps in, looking to give Sheboygan the lead. They're down 1, but they do have runners on second and third, and Rosenthal makes a great stop, preventing that tying run from scoring. Young asking for a ball that's not so dusty, and Paul Grauman accommodates him. Pitch on the inside corner, called a strike. Good pitch by Young, makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. 4 runs in so far. Young trying to hit the same inside corner, but got it in a little bit too far. Harry almost took one on the elbow. And that's ball 4. Bases are loaded. And that brings up Jacoby Andreas. Jacoby, the Northwoods cleanup hitter. Good eye by Jacoby, taking that first breaking pitch outside for ball 1. We've had 3 walks in the inning and a hit by pitch. Young has not pitched very good. There's a drive out into right center field, racing and not being able to get it. It's down for extra bases. Simmons. Harry is going to be held at third, and it bounces away from the second baseman on the cutoff, and Harry's going to come in and score. A bases clearing double by Andreas. Give him 2 RBIs. The third run scores on the air on the second baseman. In last night's game, we went 9 complete innings without committing any errors. Tonight, we already have 4, and we're only in the second inning. Sheboygan now up 7-5. First pitch is off the corner for a ball. 10th batter in the inning. Jacob Neese. He started the rally with a double out to left center field, split the outfielders. And then it was walk, hit by pitch, an error by the shortstop that allowed 2 runs to score. Oh, hits off a Young. Hopefully he's okay. And picks it up and makes a nice play to first base. Looks like he took it off the hand. But he looks to be okay. The runner on second, Jacoby Andreas, moves over to third. But now there are 2 outs. Hopefully, Young's out there. He looks to be fine, but looked a little scary there for a minute. Let's see if Kim can get home another run for Sheboygan. They've scored 7 in the inning. They lead at 7-5. After dropping down to 5-0, Sheboygan rallies for 7 here in the second and has grabbed the lead right back. It'll be interesting to see what Davis Wilson does with the lead now when he gets back out there. He hasn't pitched very well so far tonight. Good stop again by Rosenthal on that outside pitch. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kim. Jonathan walked and scored earlier in the inning. And a swing and a miss. And the catch made by Rosenthal. It is a strikeout, and that ends the second inning, but not before Sheboygan comes up with 7 runs. Now pitching for Sheboygan is Dylan Davis. Dylan Davis, as you can see, is a left-hander. Davis is from Random Lake, attends Marion College. Leading off the third inning for the Kewaskum A's is Brad Young, their pitcher. Broke his bat, ground ball over to third, and he's just going to walk back to the dugout, not even going to run it out. Oh my. Nice play by Neese to get the out. Davis making his third appearance of the season. He has a ERA of 18, but that's he had one bad game. He's only pitched 4 innings. Hopefully he'll have a better outing tonight. Fly ball out to Christ in right, and he makes it 2 quick outs. Davis Wilson went 2 innings, allowed 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 of those were earned. He walked 1 and he struck out 1. And you have nights like that sometimes. I had a career like that. Just didn't have it. Nick Rosenthal, the Kewaskum catcher, is up. Good fastball up in the zone, and Rosenthal swung and missed. So pop up coming over, and Davis calls for it and makes the catch, and it's a quick 1-2-3 third inning. And we're going to be heading to the bottom of the third when we come back. That's some moves by Kewaskum. Young is moved from pitching over to first base. We're waiting to see who's doing the pitching. We haven't been able to tell yet. But as we head to the bottom of the third, it'll be Pettit, Stelmacher, and Palmquist, bottom part of the order. Okay, just a position change. Will Matthews is moving from first base to pitching. And Young moving from pitching to first base. Sheboygan only has 3 hits in the ball game, all of them doubles. The thing that hurt Young was the fact he had 4 walks in his 2 innings. Gave up 7 runs. Of those 7, only 3 are earned. Matthews showing the big fastball there. Threw it right by Pettit. That pitch touches the outside corner for strike 2. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pettit leading off the 3rd inning. Sheboygan on top, 7-5 on the strength of a 7-run 2nd inning. Matthews bringing the heat. He's got to get it in the strike zone. Pitch is a little bit low and outside. Went from no balls and 2 strikes to Pettit. Now it's full. Joey's done a good job this year working the count. Pops that one back, foul. Joy, the line drive out to center field, but drifting over and making the easy catch was Simmons. Or are we back to Simons, Bill? That brings up Sage Stelmacher. Ball is hit out in the right field and foul. You see Stelmacher coming back to the batter's box. No balls, 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning of a 9-inning contest. It's a slow mover so far. Pitch is inside, makes the count 1-1. Interns tonight, Nia Zhang and Annalise McMillan. Breaking ball is down low. We have 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Bouncing ball over to third base. Throw across is in time by Voigt. And that takes us to the number 9 hitter, Riley Palmquist. In the 2nd inning, Palmquist grounded out to 3rd, but his ground out did produce a run, which was a good thing. Pitch is fouled back. Will Matthews on the mound in replacing Brad Young. For Sheboygan, Dylan Davis was in, pitched the 3rd inning, the top of the 3rd, and he replaced Davis Wilson. Neither starter tonight seemed to have it. They just weren't pitching well. Nice pickup on the short hop by Voigt, and he fires across again for the out. And after 3 complete, Sheboygan on top, 7-5. They're doing the chicken dance contest right now. You can see one fan down there in the yellow shirt. Annalise in front of him trying to stir up the crowd. And we don't know who Annalise's assistant is, but she's here on a regular basis and does a great job of helping out. For Kewaskum in the top of the fourth, it'll be their number 8 hitter, DJ Kogis. DJ singled back in the second inning and was picked off of second base. What turned out to be a really nice play by Sheboygan and something that was really needed at the time. Kewaskum had scored a couple runs, had runners on base. There was nobody out, and so that was huge. Maybe the biggest play of the night was with Sheboygan down 5-0, and they had the bases loaded. What looked like a ground ball double play to the shortstop went right through his legs into the outfield, and 2 runs scored. And with that break, Sheboygan just took off and wound up scoring 5 more runs, take a 7-5 lead. Kogis leads off the fourth with a solid base hit to left. Will Matthews, the pitcher, is now up. Will started the ball game at first base. He's now on the mound. In his first at bat tonight, he struck out. Dylan Davis pours in a strike to lead off his at bat. There's nobody out. We're in the top of the fourth, and Kewaskum has a runner on base. A little more on Davis, making his 3rd appearance. He's pitched only 4 innings. Make it 5 now. He's given up 8 hits, 8 runs. Of those 8 runs, all 8 of them were earned. One ball and 2 strikes. Davis delivers on a pitch on the outside corner. Called strike 3. Matthews taking it. Didn't like the call, but it was there. That's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Ethan Sawyer. Sawyer's been an on-base machine tonight with a couple of singles and a run scored. Roller Harry takes it over at first, steps on the bag for the force out, or for the out, I should say. 3 unassisted, and on the play, Kogis heads over to second base. So 2 outs. Mitch Voigt is up. Mitch reached on a fielder's choice in the first, doubled in a run in that 4-run Kewaskum second. Dylan Davis gets him to hit one out to deep right. Christ retreats back to the warning track and makes the over-the-shoulder catch. Very nice play by Ross. He had it measured all the way, not a problem. And that ends the top of the 4th inning. We're going to be heading to the bottom of the 4th with Sheboygan on top. Gus Walker is going to lead off the bottom of the fourth inning for Sheboygan. Walker hits that first pitch foul. Our next live stream broadcast is going to be June 28th when Greater Green Bay Blue Ribbons come to town for a 7:30 combination Wisconsin State League, Northeastern Wisconsin League game. Those games that count in each conference are doubly important that you win. Walker swings and misses. Good fastball by Matthews. Evens the count now at 2-2. Walker goes the other way, out into left, racing in. Playing it on the hop is the left fielder, Kojas, and Walker is on with a single. And that brings up Ross Christ. Ross would like to swing the bat. He's come to bat twice in the ball game already and has 2 walks. Walker taking a nice lead off of first. He's definitely a base-stealing threat. We mentioned earlier in the broadcast he leads the club with 7 stolen bases. 2-0 to Ross. A good fastball by Matthews, and Chris comes up empty. I think we're going to need more than 7 runs to win this ball game. Ball in the dirt, gets past Rosenthal, and moving over to second is Walker. And the count is now 3-1 for Ross. Matthews looks in and comes set. And pitches way outside. Sheboygan with a great opportunity to put some more runs on the board. They have runners on first and second with nobody out, and Harry Stelt up. We mentioned earlier, Harry leads the ball club in RBIs with 23. Another ball low. The other thing you got to wonder about with Kewaskum, they have a few guys in the dugout as substitutes, but how deep can they go with their pitching? They already changed positions to fill that spot, and that pitch in the dirt allows the base runners to move up, and now Sheboygan has runners on second and third, nobody out, 2 balls and no strikes to Harry. Let's see what Harry does with this 2-ball, no-strike pitch by Matthews. Takes it inside. Northwood's chemical cleanup hitter, Andreas, is going to come up with the bases loaded. And Jim Ziegler coming in. See if he makes a change. Jacoby, his last at bat, hit a 2-run double. They held Harry up at third. He was on first with the bases loaded. He was held up at third. Jacoby pulled up at second, and it was a 2-run double, and Sheboygan hasn't looked back since. No pitching change made by Kewaskum. The bases are loaded, and nobody is out. Sheboygan up by 2. First pitch comes in low. Jacoby has not walked a lot. As I look across his stat line in 40 plate appearances, he's only walked twice on the season. There's a line drive right down the line. That's going to go for extra bases. That'll score a couple. Harry is going to go into third standing, and moving into second base is Andreas with another 2 RBI double. Oh my, have a night, Jacoby. And like was the case back in the second inning when Jacoby got his bases loaded double, Harry was on first base. Harry chugged into third standing, and Jacoby was chugging into second standing. And it looks like Rosenthal is going to go from catching to pitching. Matthew's night is done. And a tough go of it here for Kewaskum. Matthews goes only one inning. Got a 1-2-3 third inning and ran into a lot of trouble here in the fourth, allowing 2 hits and 2 walks. So Rosenthal now going to do the pitching. Do we have a number on the kid who came in for Matthews? Interesting change, taking your catcher and moving him into pitch, but that's what Kewaskum has done. Brad Young, the starting pitcher, is still in the ball game. He moved over to first base. Matthews, the number 9 hitter in the order, started at first, moved to pitching, and now he's been removed. We don't have a number of the kid who came in for him to pitch, or catch, I should say. Could be Mike Aiello. See runners on second and third. Rosenthal's first pitch is a fastball, swung on and missed by Jacob Neese. Line drive out into right center field. That's going to be caught. Harry tagging, and he will score ahead of the throw. Sacrifice fly for Jacob Neese. Plates another run for Sheboygan. Good job of base running by Harry. CJ lost a screen for the home team score. Here we got one out. Kim up. Runner on second is Andreas. Kim is 0 for 1 with a walk. Make that a 10. Thank you. There's a line drive. Deep center field. That's not going to get caught. It's all the way to the wall. Kim is going to race around the bases and go to third. And diving in and scoring at home plate is Jacoby Andreas. Jacoby running hard. Hopefully he's okay. And Kim is in at third with a triple. Wow, Sheboygan unloading on Kewaskum tonight. Oh, boy. Well, Will Matthews' line is now complete. I'll give you that in just a little bit. First pitch by Rosenthal to Pettit as a strike. Other pitch is in there for a strike. Matthews goes 1 inning, allows 2 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, walked 2, and had no strikeouts. Pettit goes down on 3 pitches. Oh, my. And that's going to bring up Sage Stelmacher. Stelmacher hit that hard ground ball to the Kewaskum shortstop, who let it go through his legs and allowed 2 runs to score. And then in Sage's other at-bat, he hit a pretty hard grounder to third base. So Sage has hit the ball hard. He just hasn't been able to find a hole, except now. There's a base hit out into right center field. Another run is in for Sheboygan. Good piece of hitting there by Sage Stelmacher. 2-out hit, Bill says. You're right. Gotta like it. And that brings up the number 9 hitter, Riley Palmquist. Stelmacher, the catcher, on at first. There are 2 outs. Sheboygan now up 12-5. They've scored 12 unanswered runs. They batted around. Matter of fact, they sent 11 batters to the plate in the second. This is number 9 here in the 4th. Sheboygan had 7 runs in that second inning, and they've got 5 so far here in the 4th. Is there a city ordinance about what time we have to turn the lights off? Because I think we might run into that tonight. There may not be a 10th inning, though. If you don't know what a 10th inning is, that's where the fans go to visit and talk and drink about the ball game. There's a line drive out into left center field. It's going to drop for a hit. Palmquist, base knock. Stelmacher moves up to second. And that takes us back to the top of the order. Gus Walker, 10th batter to come up here. See if he can come through with another base hit. He led off the inning with a single. He advanced on a couple of wild pitches and did score. Nick Rosenthal, the starting catcher for Kewaskum, now on the mound. Trying to get out of this jam. Swinging a foul tick into the mitt of the new catcher, Mike Aiello. I don't know if I gave you that. Aiello came in for Matthews to do the catching when Rosenthal went to the mound. Aiello's done a lot of catching for Kewaskum over the past few years. I remember seeing that name in their lineup. He does a nice job behind the plate. Walker, fly ball out to left. Diving attempt, and the catch is made. Oh, my. Koa just saved another couple of runs with that diving grab out in left field. And that ends the fourth inning, but not before Sheboygan comes up with 5 more runs, and they lead it 12-5. Getting ready to start the top of the 5th inning. Kewaskum will send up their center fielder, Aaron Simmons. Davis's first pitch is hangs up a little bit high for a ball. Ball 2. Another pitch that's up high. It's 3-0. A 3-0 pitch. Simmons was swinging and he fouled it back. Usually in a situation like this where you're down 7 runs, you want to get base runners. And when you get a 3-0 count, you want to try to get on base. It's going to get on base anyway with that walk. It's the 3rd inning of work for Dylan Davis. Hasn't pitched a lot of innings. It's his 3rd walk of the year. He does have 2 strikeouts so far on his season. There's a hard ground ball to second base. Pettit with a nice pickup. Over to second for the force out, and then back to first for the double play. 4-6-3 double play. Pitcher's best friend. And that's going to bring up the number 5 hitter and first baseman now, Brad Young. Very slick play out there. Pettit with a nice pickup of that hard ground ball. Made the nice flip over to Palmquist, who fired a strike back to Harry. It was a well-run double play. Well executed, I might say. Young is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch and scored earlier in the ball game. Davis's pitch is outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. We're in the 5th inning. There's a drive out to center field. Racing over is Kim. Not a problem. He makes the running catch. And after 4.5 innings of play, Sheboygan up 12-5.
first race fans. Let's hear it for our human wheelbarrow race contestant.
Leading off the bottom of the fifth for Sheboygan is going to be the number 2 hitter in the order, Ross Christ. Christ has come up 3 times, and he's walked each of those times. Christ, with 18 walks on the season, is the team leader in that category. He entered tonight's game tied with Harry Stelt and Brady Sakrison, who's not here tonight, or at least he's not in the ball game. But Ross now leads with 18 walks on the season, takes that first pitch in for a strike. Give you a trivia question for this inning. All right, here we go. What sport is featured in the 2021 movie King Richard? Ross not able to catch up with that fastball, strikes out. One more time, we'll give it to you, the trivia question. We'll give you the answer later in this half inning. What sport is featured in the 2021 movie King Richard? Harry Stelt up. Harry has reached on a fielder's choice, walked a couple times. They've been avoiding him like the plague. Rosenthal still on the mound for Kewaskum. He was able to finish out the 4th inning, and he got the first out here in the 5th. Pitch rides up and in. It's 3-0. Pitch is ball 4. Harry will take his base. And that brings up Jacoby Andreas. Jacoby having a night. He's 2 for 3 with 2 doubles and 4 RBIs. Jacoby now with 14 RBIs on the season. He had 2 doubles coming into the ball game. He now has 4 on the season. Harry on at first. Good pitch by Nick Rosenthal. Mighty swing by Jacoby. Comes up empty. 1 ball and 2 strikes. There is 1 out. Harry over at first. Jacoby, of course, the Northwoods cleanup hitter. Waiting for their turn to bat is Jacob Neese. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch by Rosenthal. With that, let's give you the answer to our trivia question. Fellas, what was the sport featured in the movie King Richard?
Third baseman number 17,
Jacob
Jacob Andreas.
Neese is up. No, tennis, Bill says. CJ says hockey. He's wrong. It is tennis. The movie King Richard is about the father of Venus and Serena Williams, the tennis pros and stars. So, fly ball by Neese out to right. Lannis lost it in the lights. It drops in for a hit. Neese not stopping at second. Now he slides and he's going to be tagged out. I think he thought that Harry was going to try to score on that. He did not. We'll give Neese a double, and then he's out 9-6. And that ends the inning. At the end of 5 complete, Sheboygan still on top, 12-5. Leading off the top of the 6th inning is going to be Jalen Gellings. Gellings is 1 for 2 with a double, and he scored a run. His muff of a ground ball back in the 2nd inning was very costly for Kewaskum. Helped Sheboygan in their 7 runs that they scored. Ball is fouled behind the Kewaskum dugout, out of play. Gellings is down on the count now. No balls and 2 strikes. Dylan Davis still on the hill. He's in line to win this ball game. Sheboygan can hold on to the lead. They're up 7. There's a drive to deep center field. Kim racing back, racing. He's not going to get it. It's out of here. A home run. Oh, my. Kim ran after it like he thought he had a play, and then in the last, when he got to the warning track, he could see no way. So a long home run by Jalen Gellings. That was a bomb. That brings up Nick Rosenthal. Went from catching to pitching now. Nick very involved. Anytime you got to move from catching to pitching, boy, you're right in the thick of it. There's a ground ball right past Neese out into left field for a base hit. In the 5th inning, Kewaskum got their leadoff hitter on, and Danny Leonis, the next hitter, hit into a 4-6-3 double play, and then Dylan Davis was able to get the 3rd hitter in the inning to fly out to center, and it was a quick inning for him, but not so quick here. Kojas hits a fly ball out to right that Chris makes a nice running grab on, right on the foul line. And that's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, Mike Aiello. Aiello came in to replace Matthews in the 5th inning. Actually, that would have been in the fourth inning. Aiello swinging at that first pitch, hits it out the shortstop, and making the easy catch was Palmquist. So a run in, man on first, but there are 2 outs now for the leadoff hitter, Ethan Sawyer.
Second baseman number 2, Ethan Sawyer.
Davis in his 3rd inning of work. There's a line drive over the second baseman's head. And diving back in at second base was Rosenthal. He had visions of going to 3rd, but he was not going to make it, so he held up at second. Sawyer with another hit, his 3rd of the night. And that brings up Mitch Voigt. 3 hits in the inning. This is Dylan Davis's 4th inning of work. He's allowed 1 run so far at home run to start off this 6th inning. Pitch rides up high. It's 1-1. Mitch Voigt up. Voigt hit a long double back in the 2nd inning, drove in a run. He also scored a run in the 1st. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Dylan Davis's pitch is a little bit inside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch is fouled straight back. Rosenthal's on at second, and Sawyer's over at first. Sheboygan still with a comfortable 6-run lead. That pitch, the ball. When we go to the bottom half of the inning, it'll be Kim, Pettit, and Stelmacher. It's a slow roller out to Pettit. His throw over to Harry is in time, and that ends the 6th inning for Kewaskum. But they do come up with a run. But after 5.5, Sheboygan's on top, 12-6.
It's time to start making your car look its best for the summertime. Magic Car Wash wants to give you a hand, so if you have program number 867, you just win yourself a prize, courtesy of Magic Car Wash. 867. And now, fans, it's time to build a baseball player. We're going to send it back down to the field level where Sheila's going to explain the rules.
Remember that play where the ball went through the shortstop's legs? It looked like it might have been a double play for us. That's the inning where we scored 7. Would the guy who hit the ball get an RBI? I know. Okay, that's what I thought too. Yes. See what I mean? You can't, if you get a force out, but they only get 1 out, that would be an RBI for him. So. All right, we're getting ready to start the bottom of the 6th inning. It'll be Jonathan Kim to lead it off. Kim has walked and tripled and scored 2 runs, had an RBI. Mike Aiello, I don't know if anything is wrong with him or not. Took a pitch off the hand on one of the warm-up throws by Nick Rosenthal, but he doesn't look very happy back there. I'll tell you, that catching can be a dangerous job.
Leading off for the A's, center fielder, number 14, Jonathan Kim.
Jonathan Kim stepping in, looking to get a base hit. Kim, a very fast runner, had a triple earlier in the ball game, and run down some fly balls out in the outfield. He's a good one. There's a line drive base hit out to center field. Kim's definitely a candidate to steal a base. Joey Pettit stepping in to hit.
Second baseman, number 25, Joey Pettit.
Pettit hitting .272 as he steps in. First pitch is a strike. Kim not looking like he was going to run. See what he does here. And Rosenthal, recognizing there might be something on, makes the throw over to first base, pushes Kim back to the bag. Pettit takes another pitch for a strike. Ethan Sawyer looks to have moved over to first base. Kim running on the pitch, but it's fouled back. So Sawyer moves over to first base. Derek Hall comes into the ball game for Brad Young, and he's playing second base. Those changes happening in the sixth inning right here, right now. Pitch is a ball. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Joey Pettit. Kim on it first. He was running. Last pitch he goes back there. Driving him back is Rosenthal. Kim not afraid to get a lead over there, I'll say that. And Rosenthal trying to keep him close. Kim on the move. Throw down by Ello is right there, and they got him. Coons took time processing and said the throw was good enough, and the tag was made in time. So Kim is out trying to steal second. Great throw by Aiello. Pettit takes that pitch outside. Joey was down on the count 0-2. He's now worked it to 3-2. We're in the bottom of the sixth inning. And a walk to Joey Pettit. That brings up Sage Stelmacher. Stelmacher has a couple RBIs in the ball game. Good fastball by Rosenthal on the outside corner for a strike. A lot going on up here in the press box. We got hockey on. Watching the baseball game. CJ's all happy his team is winning. So they're tied. They're underdogs though, right? They're not. They're supposed to win. Okay, all right. They're playing the two-time defending champs, but they're still favored over that defending champion team. That's a pretty good spot to be in, I would think. And they're up 2-1 in the series. We don't care about all that other stuff. Back to baseball. Aiello will let that one in the dirt get through. And Pettit moves on to second base. The general rule is any pitch in the dirt that gets by the catcher is a wild pitch, so that's what we'll do. Pettit advances to second on the wild pitch. Stelmacher sitting there with a 2-2 count, trying to get another run in for Sheboygan. Swing and a miss. Good fastball by Rosenthal, and that brings up Riley Palmquist. Pettit out at second base. He'll be running like the wind if get a hit to the outfield. He has an excellent chance of scoring. Joey with great speed. Good breaking ball by Rosenthal. What are they doing wasting Rosenthal's talent behind home plate? I mean, he should be on the mound more often. Guy's pretty good. Throws pretty hard, too. That ball makes the count 2-1. Whereas 2 outs, we're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Sheboygan on top. There's a drive out into left field, but racing over is Kojus, and he makes the grab. And that ends the Sheboygan 6th at the end of 6 complete. Sheboygan on top, 12-6. Denny down in front, calling out the 50-50 ticket winner number, and it's for $214 tonight. That's a pretty good giveaway. There should be some incentive for you guys to get out here to the ballpark. Win some money. We're entering the top of the 7th, and leading it off is Aaron Simmons. Simmons had a bit of a transformation tonight. He went from Simons to Simmons, and we're sticking with Simmons. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Aaron is 0 for 0. Hit a sacrifice fly in the first to account for the 1 run that was scored then, and then he has a couple of walks. He's been put to work out in the outfield, too. Sheboygan's been hitting the ball hard. There's a drive into deep right field. Christ isn't going to get that one. It short hops the wall. Simmons cruises into second with a stand-up double to lead off the 7th inning. Danny Lannis is up next, looking for his first base hit. Dylan Davis in his 5th inning of work. He's been a real pick-me-up since Davis Wilson was replaced. Davis had a tough outing, and Dylan Davis has come in and done a great job. And there you see Dylan doing his job, getting behind the catcher in case there was a play at the plate. Derek Hall coming in to bat. He came in and played second base. It moved Ethan Sawyer from second over to first, and exiting the game was the starting pitcher for Kewaskum, Brad Young. But Kewaskum threatening again. They have runners on at first and third and nobody out. Throwdown is not in time. Stolen base for Lannis. Hall now with a chance to 2 strikes on Hall. Last pitch was a strike. He falls that one back. You know what I hated it when I was pitching? When the catcher would throw the ball back harder than when I threw it in. And we saw that right there with Stelmacher. He fired a bullet back to Davis. Pitch just a little bit up. Evens the count. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. A little blooper out to second base. Pettit dropped it, and then he dropped it again, and it's going to go as a E4. Bases are going to be loaded for Kewaskum. And that's going to bring up Jalen Gellings.
Shortstop number 24, Jalen Gellings.
Gellings has a double and a home run tonight. There's a hard ground ball to Palmquist. There's out at second. And out at first, a double play. Oh my. First base coach didn't like that call. But it's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. A run does come in for Kewaskum. And the runner on second, Lannis, ends up at third base. It's now 12-7. Kewaskum trying to creep back in it. They're still down 5. Nice breaking ball by Dylan Davis for a strike. Rosenthal is up. Nick Rosenthal on the hitting side is 2 for 3 with an RBI. Also scored a run. He's done a credible job on the mound. Couldn't check his swing there. It's a strike. Nick has worked 3 innings so far in the ball game. Paul Grauman has had enough of the barking from the Kewaskum dugout. And here we thought it was a friendly game. So pop-up on the infield. Drifting over is Pettit, and he makes the catch. It probably should have been the right fielder's ball, but as long as it's caught, that's all that matters. But in the top of the 7th, Kewaskum comes up with another run. And as we head to the bottom of the inning, Sheboygan's still on top. Getting ready to start action in the bottom of the 7th inning. Kewaskum trying to creep back, scoring single runs in the 6th and 7th. Sheboygan still up 5. Attendance tonight is 353 paid, 277 in the house. Very nice crowd tonight for this ball game. And leading off is Gus Walker. Walker having a nice game. Kewaskum has 7 runs on 12 hits and 2 errors. Sheboygan has 12 runs on 10 hits and 3 errors. One of the big differences in the ball game is the walk situation. Kewaskum has walked a lot of Sheboygan A's batters. Eight of them, and a hit by pitch. Walker foul ticked that right into the mitt of the catcher Aiello, and he's down on strikes to lead off the 7th inning. And that brings up Ross Christ.
Right fielder, number 31, Ross Christ.
Ross takes that first pitch and swings and misses. Ross hitting .312. Pop up on the infield. Rosenthal says, "I'll take it. Just you guys stay out of the way." And he makes a catch. And of course, third baseman, the shortstop, and the second baseman are all angry with him. But the out is recorded. That's the main thing, and that's going to bring up Harry Stelt. What was the score of that game, Bill? 12-1 and Lombard over Kenosha. 12-1 Lombard over Kenosha in Wisconsin State League action. They're back on track. They lost a game, a couple of games actually, so far this season. Here he takes that first pitch outside. And we talked about the 8 walks given up by Kewaskum pitchers. Sheboygan pitchers have only walked 2 Kewaskum batters and hit 1. And right there is the difference. Of those 8 walks that Sheboygan has been issued tonight, they've scored on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those 8 walks scored. Like Chuck Zykert used to say, walks will kill you. The 3-1 pitch is in for a strike. 3-0 pitch. Now it's 3-1. And a breaking pitch stays inside. Rosenthal issues a walk. 2 outs for Jacoby Andreas. Brad Reinflesch is going to pinch hit. Brad is not seeing a lot of action on the batting side. 13 at bats. He does have 6 hits. That gives him an average of .463. See what he can do here. Brad does most of his work with the A's as a pitcher, but like I just told you, he's a good hitter. He's done some catching last year, I know, and just a valuable member of the team. Won his start against Kenosha over the weekend. Pitched a complete game. A check swing down the first base side. Rosenthal gets over there real quick and flips it over to Sawyer for the easy out. So nice play there. And that ends the Sheboygan 7th. As we head to the 8th, Sheboygan still on top.
And once again, the A's will hit the road this weekend playing the Wisconsin Amateur Baseball Classic Tournament down in West Bend. That schedule posted tomorrow or the weekend if you feel like making a road trip. If not, the A's will be right back here on Tuesday, June 28th, when they take on the Greater Green Bay Blue Ribbons. That game will count in both the Wisconsin State League and Northeastern Wisconsin League standings. So we hope to see you back here, Wildwood Park, Tuesday, June 28th. First pitch.
Well, you got a new pitcher for Sheboygan to pitch in the 8th inning. We're not sure. We've got a name out of the program, but we think that player that's listed in the program is in the Northwoods League. So we're trying to get a name to give you about who number 35 is. We'll get the information from Dylan Davis's outing for you in just a minute. Okay, so it is Riley O'Connell on the mound for Sheboygan. Riley is listed in the program as number 35, and we thought he was in the Northwoods League, but he's here instead.
Pitching for Sheboygan, number 35, Riley O'Connell.
Another pitch inside makes the count 3-0. O'Connell trying to find the strike zone for the first time tonight. And that pitch comes in high. DJ Kogis leads off the inning with a walk, and that's going to bring up Mike Aiello, the catcher.
Catcher, number 26, Mike Aiello.
Dylan Davis's line is he went 5 innings, allowed 6 hits, 1 run, and that was earned. He walked 1 and struck out 1 and did allow a home run to Gellings. Very nice outing for Dylan. It's a good picked up Davis Wilson quite a bit. Davis had a tough outing, and Dylan came in and picked him up, giving Sheboygan 5 strong innings. Riley O'Connell having trouble finding the strike zone. He's walked the first batter, and he's 2-0 on Mike Aiello, the Kewaskum catcher. We're in the top of the 8th. It's been a very slow-moving game. Fans give him the Bronx cheer, clapping that he finally threw a strike. Kojus not taking a real big lead over at first. That pitch outside the zone again makes it 3-1. We mentioned half inning or so ago that Kewaskum pitchers have issued 8 walks in the game, and 5 of those have scored. Sheboygan has been pretty good with their control tonight, the pitchers. Dylan Davis's problems where he couldn't throw the ball past the bats of Kewaskum. He allowed, let's see, check this here, 6 hits in only 2 innings. The fly ball down the left field line. It's going to drift foul and out of play. Three and 2 is the count. Kewaskum has the runner on first. Kim not very deep out in center field. See that. And another walk. And Tim Moyer coming out to talk to his pitcher. Kewaskum has hung in there. They were up 5-0. Sheboygan came back and scored 12 unanswered runs. Kewaskum trying to chip away with single runs in the 6th and 7th, and now they're threatening here in the 8th, putting the first 2 batters on with nobody out. And it's a good thing Sheboygan has a 5-run lead. That brings up Ethan Sawyer. Sawyer's moved around the diamond a bit tonight, starting off at second base and currently playing first base. He's also had a great night at bat with 3 hits. Swinging at that first pitch. Fouls it off. Good play by, that's Jim Ziegler over there at third, the Kewaskum manager. Riley's breaking ball is in there for a strike. That might be the best pitch of the night so far for Riley. That breaking ball on over the strike zone puts Sawyer in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. And another breaking ball, but Sawyer able to hang in there. There you see Kenny Nazy, first base coach and assistant manager, getting that foul ball. Good fastball by O'Connell, and Sawyer able to fight it off. Hey, Bill, Scott played tennis the other day. His shoulder held up. He did real well. Scott Witter. You guys will be working together for the Legion State Tournament coming up in July. All day, every day, right? Wow, 14 games. That's Bill is going to do all of the games here at Wildwood for the Legion State Tournament, being the field announcer. Scott Witter is going to do all the games for the state tournament and run the scoreboard. Flip over to second for 1. Relay back to first is in time for the double play. 6-4-3 on the play. Kojus moves over to third, but again, a pitcher's best friend is a double play, and there you saw it. Good job by Sheboygan. And that brings up Mitch Voigt. Boy, just when you think you have something going, you hit in a double play. It's got to be pretty devastating for Kewaskum. Their breaking pitch is out of the strike zone. It's 2-0 to Mitch Voigt. Kewaskum with a runner on third, but there are 2 outs. Fly ball out to right. Deep. Kim racing over into the alley. And it's Ross Chris not able to make the catch. It's going to go as a 2-out triple for Voigt, and Kewaskum has another run. Ball is hit hard. Kewaskum has hit the ball really hard tonight at times. They got a triple by Voigt, a double by Simmons, another double by Voigt, and of course Gellings with a double and a home run. A lot of extra base power. Aaron Simmons is up. It's now 12-8. And Voigt is on at third. First pitch is in for a strike. And a swing and a miss by Simmons. Makes it 0-2. Well, you knew the way this game was going, that 7 spot that Sheboygan got in the second wasn't going to be enough. Kim racing over and makes the catch out in center field to end the inning. But again, Kewaskum scores. 3rd inning in a row, but after 7.5, Sheboygan still on top by 4 runs.
Fans, as you exit Wildwood Park this evening, we ask for your help by picking up the garbage in your area.
Jacob Neese leading off the 8th inning for Sheboygan. We do have a pitching change. Ethan Sawyer now on the hill for the Kewaskum A's. Nick Rosenberg went 4 innings, did pretty well. He gave up 5 hits, but only allowed 1 run, walked 3 and struck out 5. We're in the 8th inning, Sheboygan up by 4. And Neese strikes out to lead off the 8th inning. And that's going to bring up Jonathan Kim. Kim has had a nice night. got a couple of hits, made some nice plays in the outfield. Swing and a miss by Kim. Good pitch by Sawyer. Pitch also fouled back. Joey Pettit is in the on-deck circle waiting to get his turn. Pitch is outside. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Sheboygan up by 4 runs. They got 7 in the second, 5 more in the 4th, and now they haven't scored in the 5th, 6th, or 7th inning. Kewaskum relief pitchers have done the job. There's a line drive base hit. Kim is running hard right out of the box. He's going to have himself a triple. And it's a stand-up variety. Oh, my. Second triple of the ball game for Jonathan. Have a night, young man. That's going to bring up Joey Pettit. Another run or two certainly wouldn't hurt. Kewaskum has been on the cusp. A couple of double plays have really bailed out the Sheboygan pitchers tonight. Pettit drives one through the infield, out into left field, and another run is in for Sheboygan. Joey not wasting any time, taking that first offering and hitting it out into left. That's going to bring up Sage Stelmacher. First pitch is out of the strike zone for ball 1. Fly ball out to right. Retreating back is Lannis, and he makes the catch. That's going to bring up Riley Palmquist. Sheboygan on top, 13-8. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. You would think that Riley O'Connell would stay in the ball game for Sheboygan and pitch the 9th. Kewaskum has used a bevy of pitchers tonight. Brad Young, their starter, went 2 innings. Will Matthews went 1 inning. Nick Rosenberg, the starting catcher, went out to the mound and pitched 4 credible innings. And now we have Ethan Sawyer on the hill. Sheboygan has sent out Davis Wilson, their starter. He only went 2 innings, didn't have it tonight. And we had a great relief work by Dylan Davis. He went 5 innings, allowed only 1 run during his time. And Riley O'Connell in now. I think I gave you some misinformation. Dylan Davis has allowed 2 runs to score, but still has did a really great job the time he was out there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That pitch is also fouled off by Palmquist. Joey Pettit is on at first. Hasn't shown any inclination to steal a base. Sheboygan does have a run. Expanded that 4-run lead up to 5. looking to run their winning streak to 6 games. They've won 5 in a row so far, and 6 of their last 7. They're trying to make it 6 in a row and 7 of their last 8. Sawyer runs the count to 3-2 on Palmquist. Ball is fouled straight back. Of course, Pettit was on the move with that pitch. And he'll be on the move with this pitch, too, with a 3-2 count and 2 outs. Anything in the gap by Palmquist could score Joey from first base. Ball was off the screen. Aiello trying to sell it. Grauman having nothing of it. Good try, Mike. Ball was fouled straight back off the screen. Aiello came over and caught it. And Paul Grauman, of course, not having none of that. And called strike 3 ends the 8th inning. But Sheboygan's still on top. Now by 5 runs, 13-8. Danny Lanis is going to lead off the 9th inning for Kewaskum. They trail by 5 runs. The big innings for Sheboygan was a 7-run second inning and a 5-run 4th inning. And they've ridden those 12 runs through the majority of the ball game to hold on to a lead. It's now 13-8. Kewaskum has tried to come back, but that ball is tagged deep left field, way back there, and gone. Oh, boy. Lanis, a no-doubter. For Danny, his second hit of the ball game. Off the bat, you knew that was out of here. Derek Hall up to bat. Derek came in the 6th inning. It's his second at bat. He reached on an error first time up. It's now 13-9. Nobody out here in the 9th inning. Riley O'Connell trying to finish it out. Their pitch out of the zone makes it 2-1. A run in for Kewaskum, nobody on. And now it's 3-1. Beautiful night out here at the ballpark. And one of the things that makes it beautiful is having a lead of 4 runs. Waiting on deck is Jalen Gellings. He's had a big night tonight. It's a line drive right over the head of Riley O'Connell out into center field. Riley not fooling anybody so far this inning. Giving up a home run and that line drive base hit, and that brings up Gellings. Hey, we've seen stranger things happen. You know, Sheboygan having a big lead most of this ball game, and can't be too complacent. You got to throw strikes and get outs. 4-run lead seems pretty comfortable so far. The tying run is still in the dugout. That pitch is also out of the strike zone. It's 2-0. Riley started his appearance tonight by walking the first 2 batters in the 8th inning. He got the pitcher's best friend to double play, but then with 2 outs, Voigt tripled in a run. And it was the 2 walks that were concerning, and Tim Moyer came out and talked to his pitcher right after those 2 leadoff walks. And Riley's been better about being in the strike zone, but like I said, he's not fooling anybody here in the 9th. 2-2 count. That pitch is just a little bit inside. Makes it a 3-2 count again. Double play ball would look nice. It would be the 3rd one by Sheboygan in the ball game. They've got 2 so far. And down low for ball 4. Nick Rosenthal is up. And Tim Moyer coming out. See if he can work some magic again, or if he's going to make a pitching change. Looks like we got pinch hitter number 22. It's going to be all for O'Connell. TJ Roberts. Andy New. You're right. Andy New looks like he's going to be pinch hitting for Rosenthal. Who's in for Sheboygan? Brad Reinflesch is going to come in here in the 9th, try to finish it off for Sheboygan. Bit of a tough outing for Riley O'Connell, going only 1 inning, not able to get any outs here in the 9th. Riley also had 3 walks and no strikeouts in his outing tonight. So far, Riley has allowed 2 runs. He's also responsible for the 2 runners on. Rindfleisch making his 6th appearance of the year. The first 5 were starts. This is his first relief appearance. He's got 27 2/3 innings pitched. He's struck out 47. ERA is a little bit high at 4.23, but he does have a 3-2 record with 1 save. I believe that this would not be a save situation tonight with the 4-run lead. Sheboygan up 13-9, but Kewaskum threatening. And actually, they've been threatening to score more than just 1 run in that 6th and 7th inning. They could have easily gotten multiple runs there. Same thing in the 8th inning. They did get a run, but they had a runner on third when the third out was recorded. And now we're in the 9th. They've got a run in on the home run by Lannis, and now they have runners on first and second with nobody out. And Andy New is in to pinch hit for Rosenthal. Brad Rindfleisch on the hill. Big fastball by Brad, blows it right past Andy New. Palmquist trying to keep Hall close to second base. Hall getting a pretty healthy lead out there. Another fastball swung on and missed by New. Pitch out of the strike zone. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's nobody out. We're in the 9th inning. Sheboygan up 4. But Kewaskum threatening. They've gotten 1 run in already, threatening to put more on the board. Bill, I've been thinking about that save situation. I think there's something in the rules where if the tying run is in the batter's box, it can be called a save, and if that is the case, Rindfleisch is in line for a save. On deck, yes. There's a fly ball out into left field. It's drifting away from the left fielder and gets by Walker. 1 run is going to score. 2 runs are going to score. And in at second with a double is Andy New. And all of a sudden, we have ourselves a close ball game. Oh, my. 13-11. Sheboygan still up 2, but they have the tying run at the plate. Ball was hit right down the line, a slicer. Walker didn't have a chance to get it, and then when it skipped by him, it allowed both runners to score. Nothing you could do there, just a bad break for Sheboygan. And still nobody out. Kojas has a couple hits tonight. Waiting on deck is Mike Aiello. Breaking pitch is in for strike 2. Brad got ahead of Andy New, but didn't finish him off. The pitch is inside. See if he can finish off Kojas. 1-2 is the count. Swing and a miss. First out of the inning. That's going to bring up Mike Aiello. Rindfleisch bringing the heat tonight. Riley O'Connor's line is complete. He did allow 4 runs. All of those were earned. He walked 3, no strikeouts, did allow a home run, and allowed 3 hits in only 1 inning. Not a good outing for Riley. There's a high pop-up on the infield. Pettit making the call. And the catch. 2 outs. And that takes us back to the top of the order with Ethan Sawyer. You know, I made a comment earlier in the game about him being all over the diamond tonight, and that certainly is the case. He started at second, moved to first, and ended up on the mound. So as he comes up to bat here in the 9th, I say Ethan Sawyer, the leadoff hitter, pitching. Rindfleisch first pitch is outside for a ball. The way things stand right now, it would be Dylan Davis earning the win for Sheboygan. There's a drive out into right field, and it drops for a hit. Chris looked like he had a shot at it, and then just dropped in front of him. And the runner on second didn't run. Helped Sheboygan out. Boy, oh boy. A lot didn't look right on that hit. But as it is, Kewaskum now has the tying runs on base. Mitch Voigt up. Voigt tripled his last time. He's hit the ball hard. Rindfleisch's breaking pitch is in for a strike. Kewaskum with runners on the corners. And they've closed the gap. It's now 13-11. That pitch evens the count at 1-1. New is on at third. Sawyer's on at first. Voigt is the batter. We have 2 outs. We're in the top of the 9th. Pitch right on the outside corner for strike 2. 1 pitch away from earning the 6th win in a row for the Sheboygan A's. And running their record to 16-10. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. A pretty good crowd still here waiting to get this game finished up. Swing and a foul right off the mitt of Sage Stelmacher. He couldn't hang on to it. Voigt hanging in there. Rindfleisch trying to save it for Sheboygan. Fastball is up high. No swing. But that pitch does load the count. It's 3-2. Sawyer will be on the move at first base. Waiting on deck. Hopefully he won't get up there is Aaron Simmons. Breaking ball in there for called strike 3. Brad Rindfleisch comes in and saves the ball game for Sheboygan. Final line score here tonight. Kewaskum, 11 runs, 17 hits, and 2 errors. Sheboygan, 13 runs, 12 hits, and 4 errors. The winning pitcher is Dylan Davis, and the save goes to Brad Rindfleisch. Picking up the loss, Kewaskum starter Brad Young. Our next live stream broadcast is going to be Tuesday, June 28th, when the A's host the Greater Green Bay Blue Ribbons in a 7:30 game here at Wildwood Park. Until then, everybody, thanks for watching, and we'll see you down the road.